Florida Governor Ron DeSantis did an interview with Piers Morgan, and I want to walk you through some of these clips. DeSantis being extremely dangerous political figure going possibly up against another extremely dangerous political figure, Donald Trump, in the 2024 presidential primary. Of course, DeSantis hasn't officially announced, but that's the speculation. And so an interesting context for this interview to be taking place within. And the first two clips I have for you, for some reason, got me laughing so dang hard. And you know when you're with friends and something random gets you laughing really hard and they don't get it? I hope that doesn't happen with y'all. Since you're not here with me now, I can't really know if you will also be tickled like I was tickled by these moments. But what this has to do with is, so let me know in the comments what your experience was. What this has to do with is this pattern I've noticed with DeSantis, where anytime Trump is brought up or he's asked about Trump, he gets noticeably, visibly nervous and uncomfortable. And to the point where, as I tweeted out, he provides this 100% natural laugh. This is how normal, real human people laugh. Take a look.
Of our state.
You made a fatal error in your relationship with
What's that?
Donald Trump. You got too popular.
Let's watch this part again.
You got too popular.
He's about to eat something huge. A big old triple patty burger about to enter that chamber. Interesting. Okay, another moment. I'm telling y'all, it made my morning.
I think I have all those things.
You got a great endorsement from someone. Ron DeSantis is a brilliant young leader, Yale and then Harvard Law, who would make a great governor of Florida, which turned out to be true. He loves our country. He's a true fighter. I mean, there's a ringing endorsement from President
That's
Trump.
not real.
Times change a little bit, I guess. You know, it is what it is. So.
Yeah.
Someone Trump's talked about. He's just a little boy. It's so, no, I don't want to address Trump. So there's that. Goodness, it's like he had a little practice session with his team before the interview and watch videos of people laughing. He's like, okay, got it. Let's do it. Very fascinating. Next moment here, getting asked if he could beat Biden / would Trump or Biden be harder to beat?
People have been quite kind of scathing.
Oh, nope. Wrong clip. Let me get you this clip first.
You think you could beat Biden?
I think so.
So you're running then?
No, I didn't say that. I just said I think I could. I mean, I think that's, I mean, if you look at Florida.
Who would be harder to beat, Biden or Donald Trump?
I don't know. Those are two different
But they're the two,
electorates.
I mean, if you do decide to run, I mean, we can pretend around the horses.
Okay, then it continues. But I also want to show you when he gets directly asked if he's running for president.
Let's get to the question you're not going to answer. Want to guess?
Can't imagine what this is.
Everybody's assuming you're going to announce, reasonably soon, you're going to run for president of the United States.
And we kind of splice together so you can get a few of the follow-up questions and kind of the context of this.
Are you?
So I haven't made a final decision on it. I've told people I've got a lot that I've got to do over the next few months in Florida. We're going to put a lot of points on the board, and then we'll see how the dust settles after that. But so stay tuned.
That sounds like almost a yes.
It's a stay tuned.
Do you think you have what it takes to be president of the United States?
Look, I think what it takes is to have a vision for the country, have the ability to exercise leadership, and being willing to stand in that fire when it gets really, really hot and not back down under pressure. And
Just don't back down when you're bravely demonizing LGBTQ people. And then we get to the obsession with woke.
On crime, we believe in good stewards of the environment, but I don't want to control everyone's behavior with some of the stuff that's going on. And we have really fought against the woke ideology. You know, people, this is not just Republicans.
Which I completely agree. I read a whole book about this.
It's not just Republicans that are concerned. These are across the spectrum. To have stuff that's being done, people know this isn't even in reality. We cannot be governed by a woke agenda. And I would tell you.
You know, part of that was the most accurate thing he ever said. He said, this is not even in reality. We have to fight back against the woke. And listen, this isn't even in reality. This is just our imaginary world. Yes, we know, Ron, we know. And then another woke.
Faux pas, that is not the road that we want to go down. And it's almost like some of the wokesters, you will pay a bigger price by offending wokeism than if you commit like serious crimes.
Right.
Other than that, how is that something that makes any sense?
What does that even mean? Give me an example of that. What's so enraging about this is while they fight back against this mythical, magical monster of wokeness, the woke monster, and spend all their time branding themselves as fighting this ideological threat that is just their imagination, they aren't addressing real problems. They aren't actually trying to improve the lives of their constituents. And that's why I wish Republicans would wake up to this fact. Okay, he said that he doesn't like the same people that you don't like. Okay, he said he's fighting wokeness, and you got screamed at on Twitter one time too much by people you consider to be woke, so you want him to fight back against wokeness. That's not what a politician is supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be implementing policy solutions to the problems that are facing us materially, significantly, trying to improve the lives of Americans. That's not what's happening when you're hearing politicians spend all their time talking about wokeness or these very fringe issues that impact very small amounts of people, or blowing things out of proportion and taking one take they heard on Twitter, making that the mainstream, or just making up stories about what the left stands for, or calling the entire other side groomers just for the purposes of bashing them politically. While they're doing all of that, great, it excites you. It's so fun to hear they're not actually investing in improving your life. They're not actually putting forward solutions to improve your life. You're getting scammed. That's what's going on here. That's the whole reality of American politics right now, with the modern right wing driving these conversations. And it's brutal to watch because people, like I said, are getting scammed. Those voting for individuals like Ron DeSantis. Okay, he said woke 300,000 times. What did he do for your life materially? How did he make you better off? How did he make your prospects for the future better? Because with all the flaws of the Democratic Party, at least they're actually putting forward significant policy solutions, investing in the response to climate change, and investing significantly in green energy, investing in infrastructure in major ways, lowering prescription drug costs, capping the cost of insulin, all these things that you can agree or disagree with them, but they're actual policy solutions. And we have so many things we should be discussing. How do we raise more people out of poverty? How do we address food insecurity? How do we address wealth inequality and racial oppression based on racial lines? And on it goes. How do we strengthen the American working class? But we're not going to talk about that when we're talking about DeSantis' fight against wokeness. Can't define it, but he's so brave for fighting against it. And I'm sick of it. And I wish other people who vote for these politicians, because I'm sure not doing it, would recognize the scam that's going on. You're not having your life improved as much as it could be because of people like DeSantis. You're not having solutions implemented in your life that could because of people like DeSantis. You're having your Medicare and Social Security less protected in the future because of the ideology of the modern Republican Party. I could go on forever about this. It's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. If they can't even exactly explain what the horrible monster is, you probably shouldn't trust that it's a horrible monster. Yeah, there's some annoying people on Twitter. We get it. That is not the issue of our time. There are so many things we could be focusing on. The Democratic Party actually spends time focusing on. Recent hearing on gun violence showed this very nicely. And instead, this is the conversation. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get the extra bonus show on Saturdays, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. Link in the description.